Upton Brothers is back with our landed home tour series. This is a freehold status cluster houses. It's only about short 10 minutes walk to the Kembangan MRT station. 7 meters ceiling height right here at your living space. Beautiful glass out ensuite. Sorry, it's raining recently in May, June period. Kembangan is in District 14. We're right opposite towards the Siglap and Frankel zoning. 10 minutes walk to the MRT station. Right behind us is the entire zoning of Lorong Marzuki, Lorong Saleh, as well as Lengkong Tiga. A huge percentage of the land right here are reserved for landed properties, and within the landed properties mixed zone, some facts about Kiara 10 is that this project was developed in the year 2012, completed, and now is about 9 years. 10 detached status right here in terms of strata cluster housing. The key difference between the cluster strata and of course a pure landed is in terms of the status of the maintenance. If you buy a strata cluster, you take care of whatever that is interior, and whatever that is exterior is being taken care of by the MCST. The maintenance fee is something on the first checklist that you need to tick off, and you want to see how much is the maintenance, the MCST and sinking fund combined per month. So over here at Kiara 10 is at $480 per month. For those of you who want a little bit more hassle-free kind of living, then a strata cluster might be something that will be very suitable for you and your family, especially if you want to have a private pool just right outside your doorstep, a main lap pool that's being shared by the 10 families right here. Parking space is also already taken care of. You have a combined security gate right at that entrance of Lorong Marzuki. The size of this strata detached is 5,705 square feet. It spreads over 5 different areas, so you have level 1, 2, 3 and attic level plus your basement level. So in totality 5 levels, 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, out of which 4 bedrooms are ensuite. 2 of the bathrooms are common bathrooms. We have discovered that Kiara 10, it not only sits on a freehold land status, it is also below 10 years old. This allows you to have a bigger audience in future. Let's say you want to stay here for about 5 years or maybe 8 years. The future buyers will still find this locale very, very interesting due to the proximity of owning something freehold that's walkable to the MRT station. Alright, so definitely when we show you a cluster home, we always start from the basement level because that's the benefit of owning a cluster strata house. Over here at Kiara 10, you can park 2 cars. One of the space is extremely huge. The other space as well is almost equally wide. I love the ventilation as well, so it's pretty bright as a whole, but nevertheless, there are only 10 units here, so level of privacy is great. Now let's head in. If you turn towards your left, that will be the stairway towards level 1. If you were to turn on your right, this is the number 6 bedroom. Something to note, when you go for a cluster house, the benefit of having a basement, it acts as additional room, as an entertainment room, because whatever that you play right here in your movie night, you're not going to disturb anybody that wants to have an early rest upstairs. So because these are all happening right here in the basement. So this room can be a very good entertainment room. It can also be your 6th bedroom, and you still have your own mini ensuite right here with a standing shower. I think one very good use is that a couple of your kids are swimming together. Some of them can actually head down to the basement level to take a bath right here before they head out to their bedrooms. Now you also have this zoning right here. This is a fantastic storage area, or it can be an entire zone of display shelves. And this room is also air conditioned and ventilated right there from the airway at the corner. And right in the middle, there's a home shelter. Very good space for storage, so storage is already taken care of. As we head upstairs, there's a fantastic level 1 7 meters ceiling height right at your living zone. So just to give you a bit of brief backdrop about the evolution of how cluster housing came about in Singapore. So in the past, predominantly there were pure landed houses. Probably about 20 years back, there's a mixed hybrid of preference from families that wants, firstly, to have hassle-free kind of living. Secondly, they want to have a house structure of their own. Thirdly, they still want to have some level of facilities. If you were to look at the general market right now in Singapore, in terms of cluster housing, there are a few key types. If you want to go for very large size cluster housing projects. Predominantly, these projects are all 99 years in nature. A small percentage of freehold, 50 to 100 odd units. Now, the second group will be cluster houses that are within a large size condominium. So for example, Affinity, which is at Serangoon North. You also have Riverfront Residences. We did a couple of reviews on those. They are also of the 99-year status. Now, the third type of cluster housing will be a smaller version in terms of the amount of density within the project itself. So something like Clara 10, which is 10 strata houses in one land size, and usually these are predominantly freehold status. The next level of comparison that you might want to look at is what are the type and status of the housing that you're going for. Is it a strata terrace kind of status? Every house will be stick on to the rest of the houses in the same row with 2 corner terrace on each end, or do you want to go for semi-detached kind of strata housing projects with 2 houses sticking to each other side by side, or you want to go for something that is a pure cluster detached status, something like Clara 10, where every house is singularly sitting on its own level with no wall sticking to its neighbors, thereby perhaps giving you a little bit more openings. So you have like front and back kind of ventilation. You also have a doorway on that side that go out to your private pool. You also have another doorway right here to access towards your side balcony. So 4 angles are all open. That is one of the key benefits of having a strata detached kind of status. Alright, so the rare side is definitely this 7-meter ceiling height that is at your living room area. You also have a very nice glass panel that's fronting towards the living room. So this gives a very unique feel. You also have this common area right at the side for you to put in some gardening plants and things like that. As we head in, there's also another set of sliding panel doors right here that gives you a small planter balcony that you can walk out towards your private pool over here. And most importantly, this is a very serene area because you're largely concentrated with landed properties around you. So your living room, your huge dining space right here, it can go up to an 8-seater. You also have very good wall space right at the back for you to put in display shelves like this. Not all cluster houses have a dry kitchen space because if you're going for semi-detached status or maybe a terrace status, sometimes the living room space is a little bit more constrained in nature, but when you go for a detached cluster, this is a luxury that you get in terms of the 5,705 square feet kind of size. So level 1 is really great in size, good for entertainment. You still have a lot of room for kids to run around and play around with. This is your wet kitchen, a nice rectangular sized wet kitchen. There's ventilation windows right here, L-shaped kind of layout in terms of a countertop, Bosch appliances. So in case you don't know, Bosch is actually owned by Gaggenau, so you can definitely be assured of the level of quality that went to the manufacturing of Bosch as well. So 2 sinks, corner space for you to put in your dish racks, open top space as well. So this is the back door that you can access your private gardening space right over here. So this entire space belongs to you. Nobody can access except from this door. As we head back in, one very important thing to check off your checklist when you buy a cluster strata house is that you want to make sure that level 1 has this powder room so that your guests can actually just come here, utilize the powder room without to go upstairs or downstairs to use the bathroom per se. Let's head up to level 2.
Everything is twofold. What's joy is pain on the other hand.
Level 2 is purposefully designed to be just your master room. As owners of this house, the developers don't want you to climb to level 3 to head to your master room. So level 2 does not have any other bedroom, so you have that level of privacy because there was actually 2 rooms that have been combined to 1. And this is the original layout that the developer has designed. So you have a larger size balcony that you can access with a nice sitting back outside. You have a lot of wall space for you to build your wardrobe. This is the king bed. You can see how you want to utilize this bay window. So some other forms of orientation is that you can take this bed head, shift it right here so you face directly towards the window. On the left hand side of the bay window, you can build cabinets right on top of it, or you can maybe design like a study area kind of mounted top of the bay window ledge. So a lot of different usage for you to use it. What impresses us is this beautiful glass out ensuite, his and her sink, beautiful long bath, beautiful rain shower area, Private WC zoning, most intimately a glass door without frosting. So of course you want a little bit more privacy, then you can frost out the entire glass, that's up to you. Walk-in wardrobe right at this corner, and we love the ventilation because front and back is unblocked. This is the ventilation window towards your walk-in wardrobe space. You have the front window, you have the side window. That's the benefit of owning a detached because you have so many different openings, 4 different kinds of ventilation from 4 directions. And as you come in here, this is the part that we're talking about, that you can look downwards towards your living room area. The most fun part will be level 3 because that's where all your kids will be. This was configured as a 5-bedroom plus study, but our owners has made it into a 6-bedder. This is one of the first bedroom that was originally called a study room, but this room is huge. I mean, it can be one of the bedrooms for one of your younger kids. Single bed right here, study table zoning with a balcony. This is pretty interesting because originally it was a study room. So thus, there's this sliding panel. That's pretty fun, you know, because the younger sibling, the older sibling can all be together. This is the room with the ensuite. The moment you come upstairs, these are all solid timber. I'm gonna walk back here to show you some orientation. So it's pretty fun level 3. Common bathroom that's serving smaller room with common room as well. Check out the view here, wow. Just looking at a couple of semi-Ds right here. There's lower levels than us. Also a balcony right here. Of course, if you want to install invisible grills and all that, just apply to the MCST if you have younger kids at home. So these are all pretty common nowadays. I mean, most projects, they can allow you to install the invisible grill system. So the room size are great. You can put your bed head right here. Similarly, don't waste the bay window because you can definitely mount something right on top. Configure a carpentry table system to be a huge study table area right here. If not, you can mount your queen bed right on top as well. Most of the time when people mount beds on top, they will also do up bottom storage space at the bottom of the bay window area. Let's head up to the attic level. This is level 4. It's a place with a singular room, an ensuite, and a roof terrace deck. Quite a lot of people utilize the roof terrace deck to be a place for them to do laundry. Our owners has already done this external trellis kind of shelter. You can also utilize this area to do your laundry, natural clothes drying because you've got a lot of crosswinds coming from here. That's UNOS over there. A great space for you to chill out. You can also use this as an entertainment room or home office because it's a singular level with only one room. Now, that door leads to your aircon latch. So let's talk about pricing. If you're contemplating between buying 4-bedroom kind of condominium, maybe slightly over 2 million, or a pure landed that is like $3 million. If you want to go for a pure landed terrace house right now, suitable for rebuild, D14, D15, about 3 mil range, pump in about close to $1 million, 18 months to 24 months to rebuild. If you want to go for pure landed that is very suitable to move in straight on, minimally you have to set aside about 3.5 all the way to perhaps $3.8 million for a decent kind of structure. If you want to go for pure ones that the developers are building, these are all already in the range of about $4 to $4.5 million, depending on the land size and of course the build up. So there's a lot of different kind of configuration. So what I think is that if you want to keep your quantum below 3 mil, this is 2.99 million, slightly negotiable, 5,705 square feet. That is about 500 plus per square foot. Freehold, detached cluster house, 6 bedrooms, 6 bath. Hassle free, you don't have to rebuild. You can move in straight on, let your family enjoy the space. Quantum wise, if it's not too far off from the kind of 4-bedroom kind of condominium status that you're looking at, if you don't need a lot of condo facilities, definitely something that is good for quantum play, then this is very considerable for you and your family. So for schools within a kilometers, you have UNOS Primary, Mahabodhi Primary, Telok Kurau Primary School. So these are all within a kilometer spread from you. So if you want to have a look at this place, do give a call to our listing managers. The numbers are all right down below. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Property Lim Brothers, Facebook page, Instagram, we're on TikTok as well. And my name is Melvin Lim, Property Lim Brothers. As always, happy to show the place. Take care. Okay, so now we do scene 1. That is before the basement. Basement was scene 2. This is scene 1, the intro with drone shots. Okay, let's have a look. 我跟你换位吧，你从这边出来。